have potential future sinkholes where it's become thin. Here in Baguio, yes, there are areas where sinkholes have happened in the past. Even the highest point in the Baguio Tuba area, Mount Santo Tomas, where we have the radio antenna relay station for the armed forces and for telecommunications, where Irish and I went to 2 Saturdays ago. Even that is made of no. Remember, I know Irish. We went from that part that's Santo Tomas. It has two different rocks that make contact with one another. One half is limestone, the other half is volcanics. Yeah. Anyway, we're still in limestone area, so many people don't know that if you dig deep enough here, you'll see limestone.
The hard one.
Huh? Well, it depends on how thick the soil cover is before you can find the limestone. But when we go down to Asin Road, you're going to see exposure to the limestone over there. And as a bonus, you'll be able to see fossils embedded in the limestone. So there are fossils there. Yoli? Oh, yes.
Yeah, Dr. Aguilar wanted to put up a museum.
Oh, yes.
It's interesting.
Oh, yes. So there, you'll see nothing about the earthquake here. We were here in Baguio 2 months after the earthquake when our geology professor took our class here. So we saw firsthand how Baguio was affected. Yeah. Not only Baguio, we went through Agoo. There were some damages, but not that extensive. And on the way back to Manila, we passed through Dagupan. Dagupan was affected differently because in the case of Dagupan, the damage was caused by liquefaction.
Liquefaction.
Yeah. That is a phenomenon when your bedrock is made up of poorly consolidated, poorly compacted grains. They are not in total contact with one another. They are partly in contact with one another, and the spaces in between the grains are filled with water. So when the vibrations, when the seismic waves from the earthquake reach the Dagupan, the waves partly push apart the sand grains, leaving with only water supporting with water partly supporting the weight of the buildings, hence causing buildings to sink or tilt into the soil of the Dagupan.
Yeah, they sank.
Yeah. To many people, there were places in the Dagupan where it looked like the sun was boiling. So so one of the common layman's nicknames for liquefaction is sand boil. Sand boil, because you have trapped air bubbling its way up from air pockets deep underneath the soil of the Dagupan. So we saw that. We saw the devastation in the Dagupan and in Baguio. The Dagupan has also made a recovery. So the people of Bohol, my grandfather's home province, they can see how these two cities recovered.
For the record, you're on video. Can I have your name again?
Okay, my name is Mr. Raymond. I'm COG of the Mines and Geosciences Bureau, Central Office in Quezon City.
And you are
I am a senior geologist.
Single, double, or triple?
I am legally single.
Legally single.
At heart, I want to be in a relationship.
How many?
Huh? Which is one. One is enough. One is enough for me. One part is enough for me.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you give a regular, do you have a monthly?
May ano kayo?
A monthly connection to the industry?
Meron lang sa likod. Mag-stop lang tayo.
I believe it's one of our divisions, our mine safety and environment division. Yeah, we can come up with a newsletter. If I'm mistaken. Our public use division.
Could you put my company on your
I will pass it on to the appropriate division in our office. Sir.
That's my P&G.
Yes.
I help run a P&G Resources magazine.
Yes.
I'm also work with Philippine Resources.
Yes.
The magazine Philippine Resources.
Yes.
So if you can put me on your mailing list,
Yes. Okay.
we can get some good information.
Oh.
Do you have a card?
No, I left my card
In San
in my
Francisco.
pocket. In my pocket. In my slacks that I put in the washing machine. They got soaked. They got waterlogged.
I have your permission to
They got flooded.
include you in the video?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, okay.
So we're still in the highly urban
Leo?
part of Baguio.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm Leo Vertuscher from the Mines and Geosciences Bureau,
Have you been to Bohol?
along with Mr.
Yes,
Raymond
twice.
Alpo.
No, not.
We are
not
launching
to
the Geo Tour.
I've
The
been
first-
twice.
first time.
I've been
First
only
time.
twice.
I think it's very
I would like
important.
to go back
Yes,
again, of
sir.
course, just
We're
have to
going
see
to
my
support
relatives
it.
there.
Yeah, okay, thank you very much.
The volcano
Twice.
since the
No, before. I haven't been there after the earthquake hit.
oh.
So I want.
Did Bohol get much of the much of Yolanda? Did that hit Bohol?
No.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Rayoli would
Yolanda
like to put
passed
up a museum. I'm supporting
North
her.
of
Okay, yeah.
Bohol.
Where in
But
in
it
your
still
office.
underwent some
Okay, yes.
a lot of rainfall.
I am-
We started already.
Yeah,
it could have-
I'll be helping
I'm
in
sure it
raising the
generated some
fund.
landslides and mudslides over
Yes,
there.
big dreams.
You were
po.
talking about Chocolate Hills.
Ma'am, patingin na
Yung
kami kung
cellphone.
Ayan, dami pala niyan.
Okay, now, what happened here
Bilib
was
naman ako sa'yo,
the
brad.
Chocolate Hills.
Dahil
they looked like
iba-iba na
they were
social
split apart.
kasi kaya
Yan.
There were some like they look like they'd eaten, so we were telling them, you know, the managers of those who manage tourism in the Chocolate Hills, they should have a new marketing approach. Like, this is a chocolate hill that is half eaten. You know, this is a hill that's been taken a bite out of. You know, so they should adapt to the changing conditions. Yeah, that's what they should do.
Teka siya.
Instead of trying to rebuild.
No, you can't rebuild it.
Yeah.
You can't.
There's a-
That's Mother Nature did that. You know. Yeah. So they should market it that way. They should adapt to it. Since you now have several hills that are not whole anymore. So you know, so you make appropriate descriptions for them. Half eat the a giant ate this one.
Yeah.
That sort of stuff.
Bring the children.
Yes.
Children will believe.
Who ate it?
He don't know. Well, something very big. Either one big creature or an army of smaller creatures. It's up to them how they market it.
That's one for the legends.
Yeah. Yeah, they could say that the giant came back. The giant who shed tears that turned into stone came back, and then I don't know what he did to his petrified tears. He did something to his petrified tears, and the giant left. The giant was stomping around Bohol, causing the earthquake. You know? And then he left.
Yeah.
They can make a story out of that.
Yeah, and actually it started as according to the legend, as a tear.
Well, there are variations of that. One legend for the chocolate is two giants fighting, and the rocks that they were flinging at one another became the hills. Another legend is a giant fell in love with a human
The
female.
usual.
Of course, but since a giant, and a human could not have normal relations when she
Yeah.
died, he wept tears for her, and the tears solidified into stone. So on the hills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the
Okay.
geologist view of it?
Well, that's a different kind of perspective on the chocolate hills.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, we saw
That's
it.
one for the book.
Yeah.
Para wala silang
Prime?
Okay. You are the soon-to-be geologist.
Yeah, she will take the board exam next year after
Next year.
she graduates.
Oh, you're gonna graduate, eh?
Who are they?
You're Irish?
The other one is Irish,
Irish.
You look Filipino, not Irish.
and her family name sounds Japanese.
That's a good one.
Japanese, Irish, Filipino.
Okay.
That's all.
So international.
Well, speaking of Irish, my youngest sisters married an Irish, and they both have dual Australian citizenship.
Australian.
Because my sister and her future husband met in Sydney when they were both studying for their graduate degrees. In Macquarie. My sister's an alumna of Macquarie in Sydney.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
she met her future husband there. He's from Ireland, So they fell in love.
There's the Irish.
Yeah.
There's the
They-
Irish
diba,
thing.
they had their wedding here in San Agustin in Zamora.
That's the Philippine
Catholic.
side.
Yeah, and then they went back
San Agustin, where's that?
In
In
Manila.
The oldest church.
in
One
Manila.
of the oldest
In
churches
Chamorros.
in Manila.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's close to Malati?
Yeah.
Well, that's a church that's 400 years old.
Yeah,
It's
that's a
close
very,
to
very old
Luneta.
church.
Yeah, and
Luneta.
Okay.
it's one of the more popular
been
churches for weddings.
Agustina.
If you want to have your wedding there, you have to book a year in
Years,
advance.
yeah.
And
Maybe more.
on weekends, you have to follow. You have one wedding after another. You have to follow the strict timetable that you cannot linger too long on the photo sessions.
Oo nga,
You have
very
to be done with your
strict.
photo session and then
But
you
they
leave
have a
because
museum.
and because the next wedding is already waiting in the front of the church, and that happened at my sister's wedding.
There's all cobbled stones outside, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there. We went with
They are rehabilitating it now, no?
So
beautiful area.
so they both got dual citizenship, Australian citizenship and Filipino and Irish respectively. Their eldest daughter, my first niece, via my sister, was born in Sydney, but then they moved to Hong Kong a few years ago because my brother-in-law got a job offer, and it has the bonus of being just 90 minutes away from here, so my sister can make weekend trips here
yeah.
for our birthdays and our reunions. But they plan to return to Sydney after when the girls have grown up, are old enough.
Lovely city, isn't it, Sydney?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely city.
And
Nice place, nice place.
my sister and brother-in-law made sure to enroll their eldest into an Australian school. Yeah, so that their credits can be
They can
can be
all say-
transferred over. Yeah,
They can all say g'day.
yeah,
G'day, Bruce.
yeah. So they are learning. Of course, they're learning English the Australian way.
Yeah.
That way, and but they're also learning. They're of course, since they're in Hong Kong, they have to learn Cantonese.
British. I Cantonese.
That's good.
Cantonese and some Mandarin. So they will be multilingual.
She speaks Mandarin.
Can understand a little bit. Cantonese, Mandarin, Hokkien,
Okay.
It's from Thailand, right?
Singapore. Oh, I'm
Yep.
a Filipino.
In Filipina. Oh,
Yeah. Hokkien from
that's
Fuji
the other
province.
guy.
It's from Mindanao.
Yeah.
Mad woman from Mindanao.
Filipinang-Pilipina po.
Yeah.
Tunay na Pilipino.
And I was in Sydney in 2000.
You like it, Sydney?
Yeah, I did. I was attending the international. No, I was attending the what was it? The geological conference on geoscience education. It was hosted by the University of New South Wales.
Freezing.
So
Where's our first stop?
Yeah.
in
Lakas yung
excuse me, in the
Kasi
synod
ako
itself.
yung nanloko nila.
Excuse me.
I-control mo nga, Leo.
All of our stops will be at Asin Road, but we will see at least 2 outcrops. We will stop along 2 tunnels.
Yeah.
We will stop at the shrine of the Brown Madonna along Asin Road, where there's a tree donated by Pacquiao.
Pacman.
He's fighting tomorrow, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, I will pray for him.
What time?
Well,
Let's all pray for him.
It's 10 in the morning.
10 in the morning.
And he donated a tree to the shrine. So hopefully his donation to the Brown Madonna's shrine will give him luck.
Yes,
Because
we will
there's a
pray
tree
for him.
there at the you will see the tree that Pacman planted at the shrine of the Brown Madonna. So hopefully his generous donation of a tree will bring him luck from the Madonna.
Yeah. We'll
That
all
was
pray
You will
for
see the
that.
tree that he planted.
We're going to see the Madonna too.
After he was defeated,
Yeah.
he
You can ask
donated
her.
that after the
I don't know when he
the
donated
defeat.
You wanna see the
I don't know
same?
the
You can
history of the
ask my
tree.
wife.
All I know is that his name is there.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
She's always in contact with the saints.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So during the previous trips, I offered the passengers, if you want to, we can offer some silent prayers for the typhoon and the earthquake victims, and we can also add an extra prayer for Pacman on the side. Huh? 10 a.m. 10 a.m. telecast.
Ngayon?
Tomorrow.
It's a city time, isn't it? 10 a.m. Why 10 a.m.? Is that for the American?
That's for the American time.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yung receipt mo ng diesel, nasa yun na?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
This, bakit yung so your students are from
Yung resibo ng diesel.
Baguio? They have
Okay na.
geology in Baguio.
They have geology subjects, but not a geology course. Because some of the courses here have geology 11 requirements or like Geo 101.
Yeah, because
So it does not have a full-fledged geology degree course, but there are individual geology subjects for those students that need it. Yeah, just like with UP Manila, where I taught for 1 semester in UP Manila. It does not have a full-fledged undergraduate geology program, but many of the students, especially those in the sciences, they need geology for their natural science 2, which is Geo and Bio, aside from Nat Sci 1, which is chemistry and physics. And UP Manila also offered used to offer Nat Sci 4, which is environmental geology. And some of the topics deal with geohazards, and that is what I taught in 1 semester in UP Manila. So geohazards is a very familiar subject to me.
Kaya pala, we should have used your talents, your training for that,
Which one?
for the geohazard map that we displayed in our booth.
I'm also available. With the recent organization in the bureau, I was assigned to this newly created unit. I'm now I will be heading my own unit, the lectures and tours unit of the geology division. So I'm the one who usually conducts the lectures when there are schools on field trip touring the MG. Or when LGUs, when there are groups and government institutions that need a geologist to give them lectures where they are, we go over there. I'm the one who's dispatched by the office.
but it has to be scheduled.
Yes.
It has to be scheduled.
And in fact, for the, as I was telling Leo, a few minutes ago, I have overlapping appointments for next week, so I have to delegate some of them because I have to be on field work on Wednesday already, and of course I have to prioritize that because that is part of because that's our flagship program, the geohazard.
Saan ka? Where?
One of the islands in Quezon Province.
Where?
From Antimona, you take the ferry to Ulo.
That's where I came from.
Baka Balisina?
Ang start.
Yung katapat ng
Puro A.
Right. I'm from Atimona. Alabat Island. Alabat.
So,
Alabat, Quezon.
yeah, we will go by land until Antimona. Antimona,
Oo, call. I'll go there na lang. Excuse me.
Sure.
Pwede naman
So you're from Quezon Province?
Huh?
So we'll have a geohazard survey.
There.
Yeah.
Alabat Island.
Malakas pong cellphone signal doon.
Alabat is more on smart.
Okay, good. Kasi I have para ako smart bro para sa internet access ko. Smart bro ang ginagamit ko. Para sa
I wrote an article about the ME zigzag.
Sir?
The zigzag, the mountain.
Saan po?
Going to
Atimona.
We pass by the ME. They call
Go
it
to the ME, you go up the mountain.
Okay.
Zigzag.
I see. Okay po.
I call it the Enchanted Mountain. So many legend about it.
Oh, okay, sir.
Police Joe.
Well, yun na po, sir. So, alis na kami. Originally dapat Monday. So kung Monday, isang tayo na lang ng Sunday, alis ka agad. Pero naumukang sabi sa akin, when I pagod the office para maka-update ako, sabi sa akin naulong na ng Miyerkules. So, all of my other appointments, I have to delegate na lang.
Nice place.
Ano gagawin niyo sa Alaban?
Mag-survey, nagkaka-landslide po doon. Sa mga, nagkaka-landslide po doon.
Wala naman na birang-bira sa bundok.
Timonan.
Pero kung storm surge, dapat yung aming Marincheo. Baka siguro part of it sa island, part of it sa mainland. Baka ganun pa, sir.
Pero Alabat is an island.
Island.
actually, kaya nga I was reading about it on the internet. Nagbabasa na ako ng information.
Lamon Bay, then
Yung parang, yung pahaba siya na island.
Yeah.
Sir Louis,
So, I'm-
tatlo ang taon sa Alaban.
Yes, yun ang nabasa ko. So, I'm not sure kung yun lang ang pupuntahan namin. Baka dahil sa mainland din po kami.
So, saan na tayo ngayon? Sa
Where are we now?
Lourdes Grotto, Raymond.
Yes, that's right.
Ikaw permanent dito sa Manila.
Yes, ma'am.
So, ito yung Lourdes Grotto.
Specifically in Quezon City. Quezon City po, ma'am. Ako, tsaka yung office namin ay malapit sa Quezon Memorial Circle.
Sa MGB siya, sa MGB.
North Avenue.
Pero dun sa taas yun, sa Lourdes.
Yan mga kita ko dyan.
Ano, Lourdes?
Lourdes.
That's the Lourdes Church.
Lourdes Grotto.
We going there?
No, that's not.
So
It's part of a regular
it has about, it's a pilgrimage tour
Hundreds.
for devotees and
Did something happen up there?
sorry?
More
Did
pa.
something happen up there?
No, for the reason why they chose it, I don't know, maybe because it's a steep hill, so maybe they try to put it there. And the more devout devotees go on foot. They climb on foot,
Okay.
of course, because
How many
it's part
steps
of
ba
the
yun,
experience.
Raymond?
I lost count.
More than 100.
More than 100. So
They
they say because,
say
you know,
a miracle happened there.
Oh,
There's
that's
miracles
why.
happening there.
Yeah.
Praise
So,
the
but
Lord.
of course, you mean the physical effort in going there, the effort that you do is part of the process. It's part of the pilgrimage. You don't take the convenience unless you're disabled. You don't
Me,
take the convenience
senior
of using transport because it's part and parcel of the program to go there on foot. To use your feet. Anyway, there. So
And the top post, Raymond, is the retreat house of the Jesuits, right?
Yeah.
Retreat house. And there's the observatory, one of the seismic observatories of the
Okay.
Yeah.
Ateneo.
Ateneo.
Yeah.
Apatenea.
Manila Observatory.
So
Yeah, part of the Manila Observatory network.
Pamangmata day.
Pero hindi pa landslide susceptible yan.
Hindi naman eh.
Steep
Nagtagal.
slope.
You go ahead. I don't want
Well, that's one factor. The speed slope is one factor.
Unconsolidated.
Yeah.
I don't want
Okay, John.
Baby pa lang.
Matarik eh.
So what part of Baguio is this now?
We're out of downtown now. We're heading towards Nagilian Road.
This one leads to Nagilian.
Yes, sir.
Ito na.
Also known as the Quirino Highway.
Ito na rin yung
Highway.
Ayun, Nagilian, ang kadulahan nito sa somewhere in La Union. Yung Asin Road, ang kadulahan niya Aringay.
This is the road you take if there are landslide in Cannon, right?
Well, that or Barcos Highway.
Ayan
Pwede
na, Asin,
rin po
Hatch
Barcos
My
Lupa.
God.
So here, this is now Nagilian Road. Also known as Elpidio Quirino Highway, named after one of our former presidents, Elpidio Quirino.
Aon sa man na kay Sabaw.
The Boholano president, in fact.
Oh yeah.
Was man
He was the president who made the body the Filipino first.
Well, so take a look at that hillside. That entire hillside is underneath the limestone. It's full of houses.
Underlay. So there's an overburden of
Soil.
soil. And then underneath is the limestone.
But that was not that was not how the hillside looked like 10 years ago. Because Baguio really had a boom in construction and population growth.
And that endangers the entire place.
It's dangerous.
It reminds me of a scene that in one of the fiction books that I read. I can picture this
Kasi
serving as
kasi subdivision.
Similar to Israel, they have that kind of also.
there. See that whole side of the mountain filled with houses.
Dapat ang housing, permit, piniligan ng permit.
Wow.
But in Israel, we have the same houses along the mountain.